All right, we're back. Adam Collins with you, Ben Jones with me. I'm wearing my T20 Vision sunglasses. I just thought we're going to talk IPL, you and me. We're going to talk about the future. These are future-looking glasses. These are Doc Brown in Back to the Future. Where we're going, we don't need roads. The T20 flares, the maxis. Bloody good investment at the start of the cricket season, I should say. Well, don't talk about them enough. 10% discount in the show notes for your T20 Vision Glenn Maxwell sunglasses. Who doesn't need new sunnies at the start of a cricket season? But that's not why I'm wearing them. I'm not wearing them to sell them. I'm wearing them because I feel like if I put them on, I'll harness some of this modern T20 spirit. How you going, Jonesy? Crick Vizzer Zone.
Going well, mate. Going well. You are looking very fetching. I do like a bit of affiliate link SponCon to open any podcast on, so it's a lovely insight into how the sausage gets made. But no, all good here in the future. We're having a wonderful time over in the Tata. It's been a massive week of IPL, and I can't wait to share it with you and yours.
Well, yeah, given I've had them on before and we've already name checked him, I don't really know how he's been going in the tournament. Why don't we start with something of that variety? Now, bear in mind, this is Whamageddon. I've not seen a ball of the tournament. And as I said to Jeff before, I've not had to really try in the last week. I've not been subject to any TV screens where it's been on. So I have not a clue who is anywhere in this tournament. As you start doing ball one of the six, I will open the Wikipedia page for the IPL. But consider me a blank piece of paper. Go and scribble to your heart's content.
So, ball one, we are 12 hours on from one of the greatest IPL games of all time. Like a truly historic, very kind of outlier game.
Okay.
Sometimes I need to hype up these different deliveries. So today I could just speak to it. It was
Okay.
brilliant. Punjab Kings versus Kolkata Knight Riders. Punjab Kings bat first. They get shot out by Harshit Rana, Sunil Narayan, Varun Chakravarti. They get 111. Game's done. Game's done and dusted. Everyone switches off. KKR essentially do the same. They come out to bat. They blitz to they get themselves to 62 for two. They're more than halfway there. The chase is almost done. Like genuinely, everyone's packing up, ready to go home. Yuzvendra Chahal comes on, and he rips out the middle order. KKR are still trying to get the net run rate boost. They're going really hard. They're genuinely trying to either six or out. They want to get that boost, and then suddenly they look up, and Chahal's taken 4 for 28, and they're 70 for eight. Glenn Maxwell takes the wicket of Venkatesh Iyer halfway through this chase, and it was almost the moment where we all realised, shit, this is actually on here. Punjab could defend 111, which would be, and as spoilers, is the lowest total ever successfully defended in IPL history. Maxwell
Wow.
gets Venki Iyer and celebrates like he's won the World Cup. He is pumping his fists. He is shouting and screaming. It's proper, like, oh wow, this guy cares. A, and also B, this is suddenly very on. Andre Russell walks in, and he is basically single-handedly tasked with trying to get KKR home. I think they needed 40 to win when he came in. He takes down Chahal. He gets it down to needing 17 to win. The balls aren't an issue. They're 9 down. It's Andre Russell on his own against Marco Janssen. Everyone, this stadium in Mullanpur is absolutely bouncing. Marco Janssen runs in, Dre chops on, they win by 17 runs. So in the end, not even that close. But
Wow.
mate, honestly, it was like properly phenomenal cricket in terms of quite a low standard in some ways. There were some pretty dodgy shots. There was some pretty confusing strategy. But in terms of sheer drama, it was off the chart. It was awesome.
There you go. So the where does that put? I can look at it now. It's got the page. The Punjab Kings are in the four. Yes, they are. They are fourth at the moment. They're one of 5 teams on 8 points. Bloody hell!
Yeah, it's
Keep going on.
it's been quite it's yeah. I mean, it's been a bit of a bunched up last 7 days really. So we had this thing where they were starting to pull away. Punjab was starting to pull away. Delhi was starting to pull away, and actually they've come back into it. CSK and Mumbai was struggling at the bottom, and they've come back up. So yeah, overall it's been quite a it's been a week where it's dragged everyone back into contention, both in a good and bad way. But honestly, mate, I watched this in a favourite haunt of yours, the Black Prince in London last night, and it was one of those ones where, as you say, you're trying to avoid it with the screens. There's about 55 screens in that pub, and they were all showing this game. And it went from me being the only person invested in this to genuinely a full pub of people watching this game. It was one of those moments where I'm like, I reckon I can pinpoint where I was for about 6 IPL games, but that's one of them.
All right, what a great start. The Punjab Kings in the four. It reminds me a little bit of the end of the 1987 VFL season. We're going into the final
Same,
round.
yeah.
Yeah, you too, I'm sure. We're going into the last round. There were 3 live games, and anyone could finish anywhere in the final 5. And the man you've watched on tape with me before, Jason Dunstall, kicked 2 goals in the last minute to sink Geelong at Cardinia Park and pushed Hawthorn into the double chance spot and the Melbourne Footscray game. And anyway, lots were going on. Lots were going on, as it is seemingly in the Tata, the 2025 edition of the Tata. Let's go pretty quickly today because Jeff and I spoke for a long time. What's ball 2?
Ball 2, the other end of the scale for Punjab. They obviously had that fantastic win against KKR, but they also had a pretty gutting defeat against Sunrisers. In this instance, they batted first and made 245. They defended 111 last night. They couldn't defend 245 because of one man and one man only. Abhishek Sharma smacked 141 from 55 balls for Sunrisers Hyderabad, including a 40-ball 100. It's the third highest ever IPL score, only behind Brendan McCullum and Chris Gale with their 2 varyingly iconic knocks. And it was one of those spectacles where you think this is not a Star is Born, because he's been born many times, but Abhishek's going from a guy who's a talented guy, a talented slogger, who's then evolved into an aggressive, cultured batter, to now he is a superstar. He is an absolute superstar. He is a franchise player, to use the phrase, for Sunrisers for the next 10 years. And it was a pretty remarkable thing to watch. I'd recommend anyone go and watch the highlights, because it's an innings made entirely of highlights. It's 55 balls and most of them go for 6, but it was truly phenomenal batting.
So only 2 wins out of 6 starts, but as we mentioned before, with a bunched up, and we're not even at the halfway mark of the regular season. Anything is possible from 9th spot. Nice one. Ball 3.
So we're checking in with our RCB boys. It's been a reasonable week for them. 1 win, 1 loss. But for one man from Bangalore who's not necessarily got the RCB shirt on, it's been a fantastic week. KL Rahul, Delhi Capitals, middle order bat, superstar, got 93 or 53 at the Chinnaswamy as the visiting team. He is in phenomenal touch right now, and he is from Bangalore. So to give a bit of context to these, I won't drone on about it, but he's from Bangalore, broke through with RCB about 10 years ago, and then got let go, got released, and he went off to Punjab. Then he went to Lucknow when they became a team a couple of years back, and now he's at Delhi. But he is a Karnataka boy. He is an RCB boy through and through, and he hits the winning runs off Josh Hazlewood in a pretty dramatic chase up until then, and he walks off and he goes, "This is my ground. This is my ground. I own the Chinnaswamy." And he's got a nice little line in kind of slightly dramatic turns of phrase. KL, I find him quite an entertaining presence. But this was the bit of like almost like a throw forward to, at one point Virat Kohli is going to retire. I know, whisper it quietly. There will be a vacuum for a superstar at RCB, at the Chinnaswamy, and I feel in my bones that it's going to be the returning hero, KL Rahul, back to Bangalore in 3 years' time.
It's far more convincing having KL Rahul talking about, like, this is my town, this is my ground, than hearing it's Ollie Pope and Zach Crawley talking about running Clapham, isn't it?
Yeah, that is one of the most cringe clips I've ever seen in my life.
It must be. Ball 4.
Ball 4. If I was going to Nerd Pledge donate £28 to you, what would come to mind?
28.00 is Jeff Thompson's test bowling average, or was rather. That'd be the first thing I would guess.
Good effort. It's not that. The answer is there are 28 test triple centurions. And one of them is Karun Nair. Yes. Remember him?
Karun Nair.
Made a triple ton against England in 2016, and then basically has done nothing since. Very much not in the IPL. He's been a fantastic player in Indian domestic cricket, but he's not been on the top table of the game. So he comes back in for Delhi Capitals against Mumbai Indians, and he smacked 89 or 40 balls, including I think it was 20 ball half century. He looked phenomenally good. But it was just about this comeback story. I think there's a lot of goodwill for him. There was a tweet that he did a few years ago where he was like, "Cricket, please just give me one more chance." And it's a bit cringe. It's a bit weird. But also, there's just something quite wholesome about this guy banging down the door in domestic cricket. He gets his chance to come back to the IPL, and he takes it with both hands. It was a really, really like wholesome story. They didn't win the game, but that's not what matters. It's about stories.
He didn't win the game. Karun Nair, Northants legend, of course. I'm pretty sure he's back at Wantage Road later in the season when he's finished in this stuff. He can come back to where his true north is, which is red ball cricket.
Standard.
Maybe
Always dragging it back. Take the sunglasses off.
Sorry, I'll put them back on. For ball 5, I'll put them back on. Tell me more.
Well, ball 5. This is a ball 5 and ball 6. I'll combine them into one, really, which is that CSK. We always like to do our little comparisons of prestige television. CSK has become one big succession tribute now. Ruturaj Gaikwad was the captain, the named captain for Chennai Super Kings. And he's been injured, so he's had to drop out of the tournament. And you'll never guess who's taken his place. It's our boy Mahendra Singh Dhoni, our uncapped 43-year-old wicketkeeper. So he comes into the hot seat, and they get shot out for 99 on Friday night. It's not a good start to his captaincy career in inverted commas. But he starts to get a little bit Logan Roy with it. So we talk about getting the band back together with Ashwin and Jadeja. Well, Ashwin's been dropped. He's out the side. He's gone. After all the pumping up, we're bringing back the guy to South India. He's our Tamil guy. He's the returning hero. Gone out the team. He's been Logan Roy. There's been a lot of drama behind the scenes with him. He's obviously does his YouTube stuff. Well, some of the people on his channel were previewing a CSK game and were kind of criticizing other members of the CSK side on an Ashwin-led channel. It all got very, very strange. There's clearly an awful lot of wrangling going on behind the scenes there. But in the very Logan Roy way, as Tom Wansgans once said to Kendall Roy, I've seen you get fucked a lot. I've never seen Logan get fucked once. Mahendra Singh Dhoni comes in, they beat Lucknow, he hits the winning runs, he hits 34 red, and he looks $1 million. As he always does in the last few overs of a chase. So there's more to come with that. They're not out of it, Chennai. They're not out of it. They've been struggling, but they're clinging on by the fingernails, and it feels like it's building towards some kind of story. And guess what? We know who's at the centre of it.
Yeah, so we had a few weeks ago, RCB was Severance, CSK Succession. So 2 bits of prestige television woven through another piece of prestige television, which is the Indian Premier League, the Tata. Is that Tata for you and me, or have we got one more? Or was that 5 and 6?
I bowled 2 deliveries simultaneously.
Good.
It's innovation. It's innovation of the highest form. But
it's the next step. It's the bowling left arm and right arm concurrently.
I'm the Kamindu Mendes of podcasting.
You set the scenario where he just stands at the load up and bowls at the same time behind the umpire, and whatever will be. Jonesy, a delight as always. I should say again, given I've already plugged them halfway here, we might as well go the whole hog. T20 Vision glasses. They're now partnering with the Oval Dream Boys, the team that I play cricket with on Sundays as well, which is cool. So lots of sunglasses floating around, but more to the point, 10% off. And why wouldn't you want new specs for cricket season? This is the thing they look bloody great, and you can wear them, not just when you're playing, which is, I guess, self-evident. Ben, it's been lovely to catch up with you. I want to see you in real life. What are the prospects of this, given you don't live in London at the moment?
And also famously quite a terrible cricketer, and given that all you do is record podcasts and play cricket,
True.
This is my best chance of ever seeing you. But no, I will be down at the Cricket's office for the start of for some oval action over the coming weeks, and probably bothering you for some commentary work as well.
Sounds good to me. Well, enjoy your Easter, and we'll convene and do this again next week. Ben Jones from CricViz with our IPL Whamageddon extravaganza. That's week 4, I think, of that. It's been season 18, episode 3 of the podcast. Thank you to all of our partners, Morris Blackburn Lawyers, to Odin Mortgage and Tax, of course, to our patrons, and they are the foundation stone of everything that we do. Patreon.com/the final word. We've got a very significant interview dropping on Friday. It's actually not with a cricketer, but it's the person with the most number of letters after their name that we've ever had on the show, and may ever have on the show for that matter. Someone who grew up watching cricket in the 1950s, which is quite rare as well. So I'll let you ponder who that might be. And then it'll be story time with Jeff and me, I think on Easter Sunday. What a gift that will be. A resurrection of sorts. Okay, that's us done. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. Amen.